music news for the streets, the music news for your beats, the news for the music stuff that you gonna need. We gon' talk about plugins, we gon' talk about gear. If it's news on this music, we gon' talk about it here. Let's go.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, yeah, guy. Something. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over the Heritage Audio i73 Pro line interfaces. I currently have the Edge, but I'll be able to briefly talk about the other two interfaces as well. A quick disclaimer though, Heritage Audio did send this over to me to check out and do a review on and demo and all that good stuff, but they told me to be as brutally honest as I could possibly be in this review. And let me tell you, being brutally honest, this is the best piece of gear I have in my whole studio, or at least my favorite piece of gear that I have in my whole studio. And you guys see I have a lot of gear, but I've had it for a month now and I will never turn back. Before we get into the video, I just want to let you guys know I had a Universal Audio. And as soon as I got this Heritage Audio interface, this i73 Pro Edge, my first recording, I already fell in love. So let's go ahead and talk about these interfaces. There's 3 different interfaces in this line, as you guys can see. You can get them from Zounds if you want. You can get a couple of them with no credit check too as well, which is a great, great if you, don't have the money right now, but you're looking at the interface. There's 3 different sizes. So you have the i73 Pro 1. So this is going to be a 1-channel, 2x4 out USB interface. And then you have the 2 right here. So this one is 2 ins, 4 outs, but it's going to have 2 of the 1073 style preamps. And then you have the i73 Pro, and that's the one that I have. And so that's the one I'm going to talk about in this video. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the interface. So when we take a look at the front of the interface or the top of the interface, you'll notice that it has 2 built-in Class A transformer coupled 73 style preamps. Right below the preamps, you'll notice that there is pad, phase, and phantom option controls for each preamp channel. Underneath that, you're going to have macaroni knobs to control input gain. So on the white side, it's going to control your preamp, and then on the orange side, it's going to control your line in. Underneath that, you have your output attenuators. So obviously, you know what that does. Over here on the right, you'll notice that we have the LED VU meter. So that's pretty cool. You can check out the level of the input gain, or you can monitor the output signal on this. So you can do both. Right underneath that, you have mono, you have mute, and you have dim. A cool feature is that it's always on mute every time that you turn it on. And then below that, you're going to have dual encoders. So the outside encoder is going to control your headphones, and then the middle encoder is going to control your monitors. If you push it in, it'll take you from monitor in phones 1 to out 3, 4 in phones 2. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the back of this thing. So as you'll see here, it's got mini DIN in and out connectors. It's got ADAT in and out, so it's expandable, 8 ins and 8 outs. You've got your outputs 3 and 4. You've got your monitors right here. You've also got line inputs 3 and 4 here on the back, and then you have inputs 1 and 2 right here. You've got a +4 dBu and a -10 dB. Then you have your power over here as well, USB-C, as you guys can see, but that's the back of this thing. And then on the front, you'll notice that it has 2 instrument line ins, and it also has 2 headphone jacks. All right, guys, so during this video, the whole video, I'm going to be using the interface. So you're going to be hearing me talk into the interface the whole time. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you guys kind of the console, because it is DSP. It's going to come with 5 free plugins for everybody who buys this console, but the plugins are also available to use third party. What's really nice about the DSP in this actual interface is that you can add in third-party plugins to do monitoring with, which is really solid. So you can bring in your Arturia plugins, you can bring in your Universal Audio plugins, you can bring in whatever plugins that you want for monitoring. I'm not sure if they're going to get to the point to where we can use them for actually printing to tape, but it's still nice that you can hear them for monitoring. So this is what the console is going to look like when you get it. So you know what I'm saying? It looks pretty nice. As you'll see here, you get 4 different slots, so you can add all your DSP over here. And then over here is going to be more of your monitoring section. You've got different controls, so you've got different ways to monitor. So you got monitor regular, 3 and 4, and then your headphones, however you want to set those up, and then you can control all that stuff over here. What's nice about this as well is, boom, if I push this, these are what the native plugins for Heritage Audio look like. All right, so now that I've grabbed this Brit strip, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn monitoring on just so I can hear the difference too as well. So now I can hear what it sounds like, and you know, you can just tell the difference by just turning this up. You hear how the high shelf goes, not saying that's going to make it sound better or worse, or just messing with all this stuff. You see how you can get a good sound before you get the original signal in. So, you know, not a bad plugin or anything like that. I'm not going to go through all the details of each one of the plugins, but I will show you what some of them look like. So, you know, you have this tape saturator right here. And we can pull this up. Boom, you know. So not a bad plugin either as well. You can use this stuff as third-party plugins in your DAW and all that other stuff. I'm going to come back here in a minute and let you hear what a guitar sounds like going through the amps. But since that's not really what I'm the greatest at, we're going to go ahead and hop into FL Studio so I can let you hear what a record sounds like and everything like that, and what a vocal will sound like in a beat, because I know it's important to understand that. But if we hop over here into FL Studio, I've recorded a little vocal here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight this section of the vocal. I'm going to play the vocal by itself dry, and then I'm going to play the vocal with everything else in there. So this is kind of what this vocal sounds like. I just threw Nectar on there too as well. So I didn't like really give a really good mix. I just wanted to do like a basic mix on there. But again, this is what it's going to sound like by itself with no effects.
Fiasco, rhyme flame hot Tabasco, I lasso assholes to increase my cash roll, no hassle, rain like my name was Castro, blast slow to penetrate your mental castle, drop.
So it sounds super clean to me. Again, there's no gating on this or anything like that, so you're not getting any line noise with this interface, and that is a big deal when you're talking about something that has a preamp in it, because sometimes you're going to get that little bit of line noise. So Heritage Audio has said that this is the same exact transformer from all of their other 1073 preamps. So, you know, they've been making those for 15 years now. They are definitely top notch, very solid. So it's that same 1073 style preamp. So now I'm going to let you hear what it kind of sounds like with some effects on there.
Fiasco, rhyme flame hot Tabasco, I lasso assholes to increase my cash roll, no hassle, rain like my name was Castro, blast slow to penetrate your mental castle, drop shit like I stood on cliffs with anvils.
So it sounds, for me, it sounds really good. I'll let you hear what it sounds like with the beat. It's not all the way mixed down like always, but you'll be able to hear how clear the vocal really is, because it's a really, really nice interface. I can't front enough on that, man. I really, I mean, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. It's a really nice interface. So this is what it kind of sounds like in the beat.
Fiasco, rhyme flame hot Tabasco, I lasso assholes to increase my cash roll, no hassle, rain like my name was Castro, blast slow to penetrate your mental castle, drop shit like I stood on cliffs with anvils, got them coming back like it's packs of camels, this is hip hop, fuck your Benz and Lambos, they taking it like shots, but you see I got ammo, spit flames, I want to smoke like a hookah, got a Don chick, we ain't talking about a Luca, my niggas rock golden blue, not talking about a puka, no affiliations, both side, I got shooters, AE baby and my whole team hoopers, Mr. Incredible and my whole team supers.
So that's what the vocal is going to sound like. You're going to definitely be able to get a clean vocal, something that's very usable. And again, I can't stress it enough. The fact that it has the option to just go line in, or you can go into the preamp, is something that's super solid in this as well. So now what I want to do for you guys is horribly play the guitar. I'm sorry for this, but I know a lot of people, you know, this is what you're going to use it for too. So you need to know that it's going to work in this thing. So, all right, guys. So when I went back to go edit the video, I had an issue with the guitar part on the audio. So I wanted to come back and make sure I recorded it again, so that you guys can get the best representation that, I mean, I could give y'all. For some odd reason, it was cutting out the tail end of the guitar, so you couldn't hear it. So now I have it set up. It's going to record in FL Studio, but there's a positive to this, because I can show you guys something that I wasn't going to show you before, because of the way my setup was. So remember earlier I was telling you that you can record and you can have the wet, and then you can record the wet and the dry at the same time. So let's go ahead and add one of these guitar amps up there. So we have HA15 up there, and let's go ahead and, you know, it sounds like this. So that's just the preset I'm using. But what's nice about this is if I close this window down, and as you see here, when it's recording, it's getting both of those channels. So I'm not going to be able to stop it and play it back for you guys, but I just want you guys to see that that's a pretty dope feature too. So it might be a little bit loud. Maybe I'll pause the dry signal, because we're just going to be messing with the wet signal. But let me go ahead and pop this i73 back up, and I'm just going to go through some presets. I'm not going to take all day to do this because I've already, I've already done this once and I'm already terrible. So don't kill me too bad. No, I'm lying. Y'all can kill me in the comment section because I should be better at guitar than this by now. I'm just not doing my due diligence and practicing every day. But here are some of the presets. I'm just going to strum the guitar. All right, so those are some of those presets. Obviously I'm not playing a bunch of notes because I'm not great, but I just wanted you guys to be able to hear what some of the stuff sounded like. Let me go ahead and play this other amp real quick for you guys too as well, so you can just hear what this sounds like. This one's pretty cool because you can move the mics around and stuff like that. And then you can change the cabinet up here. And then down here, you have different mics that you can go back and forth between. Again, guys, I don't play the guitar, so, you're not going to probably get the best guitar performance out of me, but I just wanted to make sure that I did demonstrate that and show you guys that as well. Another thing that I want to show you guys in the console, which I was talking about earlier, is over here you can't add third-party plugins, but over here in your monitoring section you can. So if you have an artist who needs to hear reverb or delay when they're performing or whatever the case is, you can put whatever plugin that you're using. So I'm going to put this reverb intensity on there from Arturia because y'all know that's my favorite reverb. You also do get a reverb though in this set, in this bundle, and the reverb's fire, and you can use the reverb. Again, it's third-party plugin, so you can use it in your DAW of choice. But as you guys can see, boom, if I click on this, it'll bring up reverb intensity in this for me, and I can tweak everything in this. There's no way I can let you guys hear that because it's only for monitoring. It's not for printing the tape, so I won't be able to print it in this video so that you guys can see it. So again, very solid console, very fire interface. So what are my final thoughts on this interface? Well, honestly, guys, I think that this interface is fire. I think that this is like the best interface that you're going to get for the 1500. It's probably the best interface you're going to get for 1000 if you just go for the 2. Or if you get the 649 one, it's probably the best interface you're going to get because it is the first USB-C interface that has the 1073 style preamps in it. So the sound quality is absolutely amazing no matter what it is that you run through it. It looks nice. It's got a big fill, pause. It's a good size. It's built well. I mean, it's metal. You can't really beat this thing. It's just really nice. So let me know if you guys want me to do like sound comparisons between this and like an Apollo, because like I said before, I'm not even lying. My first take of anything I recorded into here was a vocal, and I played it for you. That's what you guys heard in today's video. So I didn't want to go back and because I perfected it now. I don't want to say perfected it, but I've made my recording sound even better. So that was the first thing I recorded in this interface a month ago. So I kind of wanted to just let you guys hear what you're going to get out of the box. So again, when I got my Apollo, I just chucked it to the wind. I haven't plugged it in and used it since, and I used to stand by that interface. Anybody knows me, they know I was 10 toes deep for Apollo, but That interface has nothing on this interface. I would recommend it to anybody. If you guys want to see a shootout where maybe I do a vocal, I do a guitar, and then maybe I'll do some synths through it. I will run all that stuff through there so that you guys can hear it, and you guys can definitely hear the difference and see why this interface is definitely worth it. So again, I'll have a link below. It helps out the channel for Zounds if you guys want to help out the channel. If not, no worries. Nothing that I'm saying in this is persuaded by that, though. I absolutely love this thing. And if you get it, I promise you that you're going to love it too. So make sure if you guys do like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the key.